Hi, welcome to another special video in December, another Sunday, another topic. Last Sunday we had the Ask Me Anything video. This Sunday it's a different one.
Yes. This Sunday we want to give you a little annual review where we basically have a look at some numbers, what we did this year on Udemy, paid courses, on YouTube and our community, and also give you an outlook of what our plans for next year are so that we're all on the same page. So let's get started.
Yeah, let's do this.
So as I said, we basically have like 2 or 3 main topics here. We have the paid courses on mainly Udemy, and then we have the YouTube Discord community things. And let's maybe start with the paid courses, because I know a lot of you actually are students there, and you probably saw what happened there, but actually quite a lot of things happened there. So maybe let's give you a short wrap up. So in this year, we had 9 brand new courses, you could say. Now actually, technically, only 5 courses were brand new, and that was NativeScript, Svelte, Tableau, JavaScript, and Mern. But the other 4 courses were updates to existing courses where the entire courses were re-recorded. So where the entire courses were swapped out for brand new courses, everything redone. And that was Ionic and also React Native and Flutter and TypeScript now in November. So a lot of work happened there, a lot of new courses released, and besides these new courses, either updates or brand new courses, we also of course spent some time updating some other courses, most importantly there, the React, the Complete Guide, and Angular, the Complete Guide. These courses also had big updates where we didn't replace everything, but where a couple of hours were replaced or added. So a lot of work went into all these courses. And how much work that actually was, how many hours and how many hours it takes us to produce these hours, that's something Manuel will tell you.
Indeed, because as you can imagine, it takes some time to create this content as we do it. I won't dive into the hours for each course. I just want to give you a rough estimate of the production time or the net production time it takes to create the videos. And the net production time, this means just the final output you can see in all these topics next covered, was 230 hours this year. Now of this 230 hours, around about 120 hours were allocated to the existing courses. This means this was all free content, you could say, for course updates, including the total updates of TypeScript, for example, or partial updates of React and Angular. Yeah. However, this is just the net production time, you could say. As I said, just the final output. But producing these videos also requires other things. We have to think about the idea, we have to prepare the code, for example, the slides, we have to record the videos, we have to do some video editing, add some effects and things like that, we have to upload the videos and so on. And for that, we came out with a rough number of how much raw production time it takes to produce 1 hour of content. And this is 10 hours roundabout. This means 230 hours were basically 2,300 raw production time this year. Yeah. I guess this is quite a lot, I must say. As you can see, it takes a lot of effort to create these courses. And if you think about it, in Germany, it depends on the country where you live, but here we can say that we have 230 regular working days per year. We tend to invest around about 10 hours per day just for the pure course production and updates on Udemy. Yeah. Yes. Quite impressive, right? I think it's a big number.
It's quite a lot. Now, of course, we have to say not every course takes equally long. Like an update for an existing course takes less preparation because you already know the topic, so it might be short there. Because our day, of course, always only also just has 24 hours, but roughly that is what we end up with.
Yeah. And as Max said, this is really just a rough estimate, but it's important for us to state that we are not focusing on to just producing content. We want to produce the best possible content, and this takes some work or requires some work. And that's what we also want to show you.
Yeah. And maybe it's also worth noting that, of course, we sometimes produce content which we just throw away because we're not happy with it. So we had courses being planned and started recording, and we just decided we're not happy with the quality, with the layout, with the structure. Yeah. Let's do something different, adjust the course, or maybe do a totally different course.
Indeed. And we also have other things, of course, like Q&A support, but we don't want to emphasize that here. We just want to focus on the pure content production, you could say. And talking about the content, we don't only have Udemy, of course. And now Max will guide you a little bit, give you a quick overview of the YouTube happenings or things that happened this year.
Yeah. So on YouTube, we actually released 69 videos this year, if we counted correctly. And we had around 48 hours of net content there. Now for YouTube, it's a bit less production time per hour than for a course, because it's not a course, so you don't have to plan like a big project. It's an individual videos. Some videos arguably are more effort than on Udemy, but some videos are shorter, especially if it's more like a share my opinion video and so on. So
Or like this one, for example.
or like this one. So that of course is a bit shorter, but this also was a lot of content released there. And of course that, by the way, we'll come back to the outlook, but that is also something we'll keep up for next year. Super important to us to also release content here for people who don't want to take courses, can't afford them, or also to release some extra content which we can't do on Udemy or which doesn't fit in there and so on. So YouTube also super important, a lot of content released there. We also have like these free excerpts of our courses here to make them available to people who are not students yet, who wanna like have an extended preview of the courses. So, and that also takes effort, because even though it's just an excerpt, of course you still have to prepare it, upload it, add it here and so on. So a lot of effort there as well, and overall a lot of video production this year, I'd say. But video production is of course not everything we did.
Because as Max said, we also want to make sure that you don't only get the courses, but that you also get some free resources or possibilities to interact with other people also. And this interaction part was missing because you got the free videos on YouTube, but how can you talk to each other? That's what we changed actually at the end of October this year when we launched our Discord community, the Academind community on Discord. And to be honest, we didn't expect it to be that big in such a short amount of time. It's insane. At this time, we are more than 20,000 members here, and these are mainly active members. We got around about 1,800 to 1,000 people who are online basically throughout the entire day, you could say. And the great thing is that you don't only use this community to talk to us. That's okay, of course. We are there, we are part of the community, but you communicate with each other and you help each other. And that was the big thing that was missing up until this year, actually, because we saw there was a demand for that. And yeah, we finally got this now. We of course want this community to grow because it's an important part of Academind already. And yeah, that's also one of the things we focus on next year. So that's actually the third core milestone, the third core part of Academind.
And maybe what do we want to grow there? So we are, as we said when we announced the community, we got maybe giveaways, coding challenges. We got a lot of ideas there. We want to build it together with you. So we got a feedback channel in there. Any feedback is always welcome. And I also just noticed, I forgot one thing about YouTube, which is also part of the community. Of course, on YouTube, we have 417,000 subscribers and more than 1 million views every single month, which of course is also really impressive to us, and which was never ever what we expected when we started this a couple of years ago. That's really also something.
And the feedback on YouTube, I think I say this every year, but normally YouTube is a kind of, it's difficult. People tend to be, let's say, not the nicest people, but the feedback we get is really great. It's such a nice atmosphere also. Almost no hate at all, and we really enjoy this friendly atmosphere. As I said, also Discord, and so therefore YouTube also really nice.
We got a really friendly community in general.
That's it.
That's really true. So that's basically what we did this year. And now, of course, you might wonder, okay, that were courses, that were Discord and YouTube. Is that all you're doing? And that's actually not all. Of course, we also got side projects. We got our own website, of course, where we work on. We got other projects where we work with other people, where we also help on programming. Now, we're not doing any active consulting or something like this at the moment, but we still, as you know, I sometimes say this, I am a freelance web developer. I do have old clients, and I do still work with those, even though we don't take any new clients anymore. And of course, one very important part besides all these projects is also the part where we learn new things ourselves, either for existing topics where we dive deeper, or also where we explore new topics. Because if you teach stuff, you also have to love learning, because otherwise you'll never know that other side, right? And that's also part of the 10 hours per Udemy hour, I guess, that we also learn things, prepare things. But also, as I mentioned earlier, of course, we also learn things which we might never use in a course, but we still enjoy it. So that's also part of what we do.
Yeah, and that's actually the last part of what we did and what we do. And what are we going to do next year now? Well, actually, this is basically also covered in this what we did part, because we are pretty happy with what we have right now, but we want this to grow, and we actually just want to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because we enjoy our job, in the end it's a job, a lot. It's great to get this feedback. It's great to see that you love the courses, you love the videos, and you love all the things we do in the end. So basically the goal is to release new courses, of course. We got some great ideas, I think, but as always, we don't share anything up to the point where the course is almost final, because we don't want to make any, kind of wrong promises. We will, of course, update courses, not all courses, but selected courses where updates are necessary. We'll create new YouTube content. We don't have any fixed schedule, you know that in the meanwhile, but we'll see what we can do. We have some ideas here too. And we also will do our best to keep the Discord community running. And we'll also work on our website, but also nothing special right here. We'll share any kind of specific update when the time is there. Yeah, that's actually what it is from the future side. I don't know, you have any kind of
that's
personal additions?
sounds good to me. These are my plans too.
Yeah. So in the end, we also say this every year, but it's important for us. We really want to thank you for being there and for supporting us. I think because without that, always the same sentence, I know, but it's what it is. Without you, it would not be possible. We would do videos for, 2 people, I don't know, which would be okay, but it's great to see that so many people like what we do and that they, can improve their lives in the end, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely. So that's the most amazing part, working with all you guys, with all these amazing people in the community, with our students, YouTube viewers, and we're super excited to continue doing that. So thanks for being part of our community wherever you are, and we hope you stick around in 2020.
Yeah. And stay tuned for next Sunday, because there will be another special video, and you will see. It will be cool.
Yeah. So see you there.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.